Okay. Hi, Miss Jules. I'm Kayla. I'm going to be your PA today.
Nice to meet you.
So, what brings you in exactly? I know on our schedule it said we're just here for a follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was just coming to talk, and they said I should come in and just, I was having issues with exercise, so I wanted to come in and talk to you about that.
Okay, so are you sort of concerned about your weight?
Yeah, I'm concerned about my weight, definitely, and then, at the last appointment, I just, it was mentioned, my weight, and I guess that kind of made me got the wheels turning.
Okay, so we'll start there.
Okay.
Looking at your measurements, it looks like the last time we measured you, you were 220, and you stand at 5'5". So if we're looking at this BMI chart, which I'm sure plenty of providers have sort of thrown in your face a million times, not to scare you.
Okay.
So if we're looking at 5'5", that puts you about here, and then 220 about here. So you're in this range.
Okay.
And our target range would definitely be a little, farther down here.
Okay.
Again, not to scare you, we're just, that doesn't need to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen overnight, and we know that. We're just going to take those baby steps, and hopefully some change will come about.
Mm-hmm.
So have you always sort of struggled with your weight, or is this a recent thing?
It's been, I guess, since I was college. I had a really hard time in college.
Okay.
And so I guess that was over 20 years ago now. And I just put on a lot of weight from the stress in school when I couldn't get it off since then.
That's totally normal. Plenty of patients that I see, when they're dealing in stressful situations, stress can affect you in so many different ways, and sometimes it can make you lose weight, and other times it can make you gain weight.
So unfortunately on that.
Losing too much weight isn't good either.
Yeah.
We don't want that either. We just want you to be in that happy medium.
Yeah.
So have you tried different types of exercise methods before?
I mean, not really, because I don't know what to do, and it just overwhelms me. I made a New Year's resolution to try and go to the gym, but then I went the next day, and everyone there was 100 pounds, and I was just I felt awful about myself, and I couldn't do it.
That's also totally normal.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you go to these great gyms, and there's these super fit people all around
That's
you
not me.
doing super intimidating things, so don't feel bad about that. But don't let it intimidate you, Everyone started in a place that they didn't want to be at, and who knows, in some time, one of those super fit people could very well be you. So, but if you're not comfortable yet going to a super public gym like that, you can definitely start with just small things, even around the house, in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Just so, for instance, just taking a walk outside. Now, tell me about your day-to-day life. Do you think that you have sort of enough time to sort of fit maybe these small things in throughout your day, or?
Yeah, I have 2 younger kids.
Okay.
They're 10 and they're 12, both boys. They're kind of lazy like I am too.
Okay.
So, I do work during the day, but I only work part-time right now.
Okay.
So, I watch my kids most of the day, but it's watching TV all day. Sometimes I'll go out shopping if I get some time by myself, but that's really it.
Well, even in terms of shopping, if you're going to the mall or the outlets, one of the things I try to suggest to my patients is, park a little farther in the parking lot so you can get those extra steps. And I know that's super, everything against that you want to do. You go to the mall and you want to get that front parking spot. But something like that can totally help you get those extra steps in. Or if you're with the kids, and I know you mentioned that they're a little on the lazy side, but they're kids, and that's what kids do. You can totally, try to get them together, and even if you guys just all go out for a walk, I don't know if the kids are into sports, but you could totally, join in on some sort of sport-like activity, whatever it is that they do. So I would definitely start there. Just try to implement those small things.
Okay.
Do the kids play any sports at all?
No, they're also on the heavier side.
Okay.
Being lazy, and it really worries me because I feel the fact that I am heavier has impacted them, and my husband's heavier too.
Okay.
So I'm really I'll do it for my kids. I'll do anything for them. So if I can figure out things to get my kids into it, I feel I'd be a little bit more interested.
So you can definitely turn it into a whole family affair, a whole family shebang, and you guys can all do something together. And that might, having your family around might not only get everyone fit, but boost your confidence in that way that you might not have at the gym by yourself, or you'll be around your family. So again, just going out to local parks, or just a walk around the block maybe after dinner. Those things might really help and might really get the whole family on board in terms of being fit. Has the rest of the family sort of tried to go to the gym or anything?
No, my husband hasn't. He works 8 hours a day.
Okay.
So he just comes back and he's like kind of tired and grumpy, and my kids just lounge. And I guess I'm kind of scared to bring it up to him because I just don't know how like they'll react. Like I want to do it, but I don't know if they'll think it's kind of like silly or stupid.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would definitely be open to that communication.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if you're sort of stuck on what to do, we can discuss that as well. Because there's a lot of sort of components that go into exercise. And I don't want to sort of scare you because, again, we do want to take those baby steps. So I would definitely just start with the whole walk around the block, walk at the park, when you guys are driving to that restaurant or to that to that mall, park a little farther so that you can get those extra steps in. But, I mean, as you guys progress and you're feeling more comfortable doing something like this, we can definitely dive a little deeper in and talk about, intensity workouts, how you work out in terms of frequency, how often, how many days a week, how intense you really need to work out, when you can just like walk as opposed to maybe jogging, once we build you guys up to that point. Again, timing, how many days a week, how long, those are all going to be important factors. And again, don't want to scare you, but it's definitely something to think about. Outside of exercise, what do you guys typically eat in a day? Is it you that's cooking dinner? Do you guys just typically go out to restaurants?
Yeah, sometimes I'll cook dinner, and I guess it's kind of hard with, like, the kids what they want to eat, because when they were younger, they were pickier, but I guess, like, they're not 5 anymore, so they can try new things. But I definitely have the time, so I should put a little bit more into it and not just, like, go out to eat. But I don't know. It feels like nothing's enough. I feel like I need to, like, go run a marathon tomorrow and start eating salads for every meal. Like, that's what it feels like.
I know, and there's definitely that pressure, but that's not, we understand that that's not realistic. We don't expect you to uproot your entire life and make this crazy change to things that you aren't used to yet.
You just see all those crazy things, and the people at the gym just really freaked me out. Like, protein shakes and everything, and I was like, I don't even have gym clothes.
And that's okay. Like, we're gonna do this one step at a time, one day at a time. And, I mean, if you're able to get the rest of the family on board, that would be great.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that, to be honest. Like, it never really... I was just nervous about it.
And I totally get it. Or, I don't know who they're seeing, but if you want to bring the family in, I can speak with them one-on-one as well.
Oh, really?
That's totally fine. Because, again, if that's a worry for you, it would be... that might make things a little easier. If the whole house is on board, that might make things a little easier. Because... even in terms of, okay, mom's dieting or mom's is exercising, and especially in terms of diet, cooking those healthy meals, it'll make things a little easier because you won't have to worry about the kids not liking it, or the kids, even though you're on a diet, the kids might not be on a diet. There won't be that clash. So if everybody is on board, it may make things a lot easier. And like I said, as a whole family, you guys can go out and find things in terms of exercise that you love. If you don't like the sort of intimidation that comes with going to the gym and being around all those people out in the open, there's always, classes that you guys can all take together that are a little more secluded, a little more private. There are other people around, but it's not, there's not that pressure of the entire gym staring at you or just looking at you. So those are options as well that, again, you guys can all take together. And, once we take those baby steps, we can then, if everyone's comfortable, sort of dive into a little more, how many times a week, how many minutes or hours a day. And even that will be a sort of a build. Okay.
There we go.